Hello everybody, it's your boy the Cauterizer here, and I'm on my fresh level 30 villain Earth DPS. Now this video here is gonna kinda touch base back on some of the basic skills of DPSing. I just had a couple people ask me and they wanted me to reiterate or give them some tips. So this video will kind of help you give some general base overall DPS tips. And Earth is known as to be one of the weakest DPSs in the game, right after Rage. Rage is probably the suckiest, Earth is right there. But I'm here to show you guys that with, pretty low CR gear, what am I? Combat rating 30. I have 355 precision and 1135 might. You can still do really decent damage. And I'll get right into the loadout here for you guys. Now, under Geokinesis, we're going to be taking Earthen Grip, Summon Crystal or Brick Golem, Shards, Striking Stones, Soothing Sands, Fortified Golem, Debris Field, Rumble Crush, Totem, and Reinforce. Now, under the Seismic Tree, we don't grab anything. It's not really important why, but it's just how the loadout is. Now, we're left with a couple iconics to choose with this loadout. We have Weapons Expert, Tactical Genius, Wisdom of Solomon, Powerful Resistance, and Nano Weave Armor. For the loadout, what we're doing, we have Rumble Crush, Totem, Reinforce, Striking Stones, Fortified Golem, and Summon Crystal Golem. Now, I know some people want to know about a non-pet loadout, but honestly, with how Earth is now in the state it's in, this is really the only viable loadout with Earth. But you guys can see it's still really effective, even though Earth is on the lower scale of damage, and we're praying for a rework, all of us Earth players. But anyways, we'll start off with Rumble Crush. This is our power interaction effect. When you drop this, everything's going to get the crush animation really nice. Now, unfortunately, one of the downsides, like I said with Earth, Reinforce only gives you a 7% crit chance, but it's on both ability and precision. And we're playing this Earth DPS as a precision might base. When we go for mods, you want to mix it up. It's going to be the best for you. Totem gives you 3%. So instead of the normal 10% buff, you have to have two of them out that gives you 10%, sadly. It does decent damage, but it will heal your pet, which is nice in situations. Striking Stones is our main weapon mastery mechanic right here. This is crushed enemies are going to take more damage, which Rumble Crush is going to crush for everything for us. And it pretty much does a big AoE thing. Now, Shards is... I like the animation more, but the thing is, you can do damage from a farther range with Striking Stones than Shards. You have to pretty much be in their face. And they do pretty much the same damage, but Shards does it in numbers of 3, where Striking Stones is 1. So when you're using Weapon Mastery, you're more likely to have high crits. But if you have to crit on 3 things at once, it's probably not going to hit as hard. So it's better just to have the Shards for the one single number. And they do the same damage, like I said, plus it gives you the extra range. It's going to be a lot better for you. Fortified Golem, this is important for your pet. Your pet's going to be Crystal Golem. She just kind of sits there. This is going to give your pet power back, and she's really important for the Earth DPS, how they work now, because she's actually going to do a really sizable amount. She's not like Robot Sidekick, where she does a little bit of damage. She actually has some nice abilities that'll hit pretty hard, 300s, 200s at this gear level. Up into the higher tier 6, I believe she can hit like 17k, 20k sometimes, so she's probably the strongest pet in the game. She's really nice, and it's kind of cool that they featured Earth as the pet power. But anyways, going into it, I'll show you guys a little bit of the rotation and how it kind of all works out. So first I'll show you guys the daze effect with Rumble Crush. Now, Crystal's just going ham. Do it on the single target, actually. So, that's the crush effect, that little wavy line. That's your power interaction here. There's your totem. This is what that does. Looks like that. Those are about the ticks that it gets. 12s, anything decent. I'm hitting like yay with the sword, Now, Reinforces our precision buff. I have 355. It's going to hit that. going to pop us all the way up to 408. So, got a nice precision buff, get you the weapon crit, and because totem and reinforce, I'm getting the 10%, as you can see, and the precision buff. Striking stones, that's our main DPS ability right there. That's what it looks like. Now go ahead and bring the golem out. And you notice how Crystal has a power bar. And when she's using her abilities as she is, normally she would be out of power a lot because the dummy's filling her up. But even every so often, I still have to do that. Now that's going to give her a shield, make her immune to damage. Totem's going to be healing her, and it's going to be giving her power. She's going to be doing pretty decent damage overall. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the rotation, what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and Rumble Crush and clip it with Reinforce, and then go into Totem. Go right into Weapon Masteries. Keep doing it. Give her, now you got to give Crystal power, reapply Rumble Crush, and then clip it with Precision. Usually when she's out of power, it'll kind of end up being in that rotation. You just got to kind of keep an eye on her power and see where she's at. But usually when I reapply the power, I always throw the power interaction back out. Just like that. Now I know Totem's coming up, so I'm going to reapply my interaction. Drop that, give pet power, go right back into it. Another Weapon Mastery clip with the buff. She's out of power. Weapon Mastery that. You don't Weapon Mastery Rumble Crush every time, but every so often, as you saw, it kind of was like a clinch window where it kind of just all lined up perfectly. It is nice to take that route, like there. But it doesn't hit as hard as Striking Stones, so you have to be careful about that. Yeah, everything's lining up, giving power. And that's the rotation right there. It's pretty simple. You guys just got to keep up your up times. That's the best Earth DPS loadout. And like I said, I just hit level 30, and you saw I was hitting pretty hard over there. I didn't pop Trinket or anything. I'll show you guys a little bit of an AoE test now. Yeah, UI's glitchy. Let's go ahead. If Crystal will get over here. Well, we'll fight without her. There she goes. She'll do Epicenter and Striking Stones, and then she has Martial Arts for her weapon. Pop Trinket. It's going to line up real nice. Get one more, and then we're going to clip. You can see, even with Earth being weak, I'm still doing really decent damage with this. So it all rolls in really nicely, as you guys can see. You just got to manage your pet, keep your up times. It's kind of wonky, but we're hoping for an Earth rework, like I said. But for now, I mean, you guys saw any power can do good damage. It doesn't matter if you're Rage, whatever. It's just, you're going to get to the point where if you're good with every power, if you're like maximum at, you're the best at electricity. Or you can play every power. If you play Rage, you're going to be able to do really good damage with Rage, but you're not going to be able to keep up with your Electric character because Electric's just better. That's how it kind of works out. But you guys can play any power to the strengths. Every power works really well. I mean, it's all balanced for a reason. Nothing's completely underpowered out of use. I mean, I've still seen some pretty good Earth DPSs myself. So, I hope those tips helped you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. Stick around. I'm going to be doing comment run of when I run content. I'm going to be commentating on what I'm doing and kind of giving you guys strategy tips on how to be a better DPSer. I've had a lot of questions about positioning, and a lot of people said that my loadouts have helped, but they still think they're missing something. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some commentary videos like how I did with my fire tank one in Love and War. But anyways, that's me. I'm out. Peace.